Okay then, how are you doing fellas? My name is Boo, and this is episode 6 of the top 10 plays for Battlefield 3 by Hazard Cinema, and this is almost PC exclusive. It's only this first clip, which I believe doesn't come from PC, it's from the Xbox 360, but nonetheless, Sidewinder's back trolling people from the helicopter, getting himself some air kills. He's being targeted right now by a Stinger missile, but diverted with his flares, comes back down for one more air kill, making it 3 successful troll attempts in a couple of quick runs with the Viper. And this isn't the first time he's done this. I think if you go back to episode 3, I think it was, you can catch him on Caspian Border doing something very, very similar. Do you ever shoot people with your helicopter, Sidewinder? Well, sadly, if you're going to be driving a tank, you're not going to be getting too many air kills, but if it's a battle tank, you can definitely make up for it with a very large cannon and a 50 cal machine gun. And you can catch the live demonstration on your screen right now by Scantrax, as he puts up some really good suppression against the enemy attackers whilst defending on rush. And I don't recognise this map, so I'm going to assume this is a back to Karkan map, but he's making a good job of hanging back and making himself difficult to shoot, while still pinging enemies from a long distance and killing them off. I can safely say I'm not a good tank driver myself. I go in with completely the wrong mindset because I'm in a tank. I'm in this big armoured beast and I've got these massive guns, and I have the attitude of, sorry fella, my gun's bigger than yours. I'm just gonna drive right towards you and grind you down with my cannon. Sounds like a great plan in my head, but then when you put it into practice, I tend to get blown the fuck up by RPGs because I'm making myself an easy target for explosives. So yeah, tanks are quite the brute force by themselves, but they require the driver to put the brains in on top. And of course, it's tradition. Every top 10 player for Battlefield 3 has got to have some Grand Bazaar and or Operation Metro tearing, and Anders here has the 870 combat shotgun, heading towards the clusterfuck stairs of course, and we all know what to expect. We all know it's coming. Death is on the way. The question is, just how much? Oh mama, that's quite a lot of death that's coming your way. Can you clear them all out? Well, of course with shotguns the problem is you always run out of ammo, but this guy has thought ahead and he's got the M26 mass shotgun attachment. That's genius. He eventually still has to bring out his M9 pistol with the centre of the sun attached, and clears out a couple more across the hallway at the top of the escalators. And I think that concludes a nice round Operation Metro tear up. The shotgun decides, nah, that's enough killing for me, I'm done for now. Number 7 features a bit of sniping action with the M40A5 with Come to Tussle, with all the fighting happening at head level, which means good news for our sniper here, as it makes their heads that much easier to lock onto and then smack with a bolt action. And as a result, he had 100% accuracy with the M40 this clip. 7 shots, 7 kills, got a sponge in the midst of it but kicked it off with a 2-for-1. And I was wrong, that wasn't on the PC, that was on the PS3, so good aiming on the sticks there, man. Number 6 features very, very nice sniper shot. He got a double kill on the pilot and the gunner of that helicopter with one shot of his M40A5. Hops in hoping to take the chopper for himself, but sees that it's on 3% health left and decides, nah, that's not worth the risk, so makes his way on foot towards C and clears out a couple more of the guys surrounding the area before he attempts to take the flag for himself. But sadly, a flag in Conquest does take a long time to capture, especially if you're by yourself, and he hip-fires one more guy inside this building before he gets copped by another dude from behind. But it turns out he did have one teammate lingering around somewhere, because he gets revived, gets the revenge kill on this dude with his M9 pistol, and I think just before he dies, he manages to neutralise the flag. So overall it was a good attempt by Cappy, especially with that first shot on the dudes in the chopper. And number 5, I'm just going to call you Madman because I'm not quite sure how to pronounce your name, I'm sorry. I'm going to guess AZ Madman, but either way, he's got the M249 saw on Sand Crossing Conquest, making his way towards the E flag, Echo, and he's going to be taking a few names along with him. You can see he's got extended mags on his M249 saw. I'm going to tell you now, that was a pretty good choice because he's going to be firing off a lot of rounds with this light machine gun. And I'm going to say, Madman is the most unlucky player ever because he's really doing some work to try and take this E flag for his team, with no help whatsoever. But the countdown just won't start. The countdown can't start as long as there are enemies in the area on the flag to stop him. And he proceeds to go on a rampage trying to clear out as many as he can to get the countdown kicking off. But they just seem to spawn in and block the capture. But he eventually has to switch out to an assault kit he found on the ground, finds an F2000, picks it up, starts to deal with a few more guys who spawn in on the corners. Can't quite reach this guy with the G17, falls back, goes to find another kit, instead finds another guy in the corner, reloads the G17, finishes this guy off, picks up his kit, gets his M416, gets one more in the corner, and still the countdown won't begin. What are you meant to do in this situation? And eventually gets butchered by these guys chilling out in the shop he just came past and cleared out. And that is such an unlucky clip, but at the same time quite a beasting. He got 15 kills in total. And number 4 is a little bit of jet action by, I like your name, CD-ROM, very clever. He's in the jet, he's taken to the skies, he's going to be clearing it out while he's up there. Spots an enemy jet, guns it down, vehicle disabled, enemy killed, vehicle destroyed. That's 1. He's chatting to a few friends while he's flying. He says he kind of feels bad about that. Well, you haven't finished yet, mate. Let's see how you feel after a few more kills, yeah? He starts coming down from a very, very high angle on this helicopter, starts gunning it down again, disables it and gets a double kill on 2 of the guys flying inside the chopper. And there's a bit of laughter in the chat. Not feeling so bad now, right? Well, that's 2. Starts coming down at a high angle on this tank, fires off his rocket pods, doesn't quite get the job done, starts gunning it, disables it and kills an enemy driver. So that's 3 down, cuts it close with the ground there with some very, very smooth flying, goes back up to the skies, has a little browse around, and he spots 1 more enemy. It's a jet. He starts taking off from the runways, he starts to gather some momentum to take to the skies. Sorry man, that's the biggest form of buzzkill. You've just taken off and you're instantly down. 4 vehicles disabled and destroyed, 5 enemies dead. Nicely done. And number 3, Blue Nikon takes on the Metro, and this time we're not going to be running out of shotgun shells because we are packing a light machine gun, the PKP Pecheneg, with extended mags. Hip fire, spray and motherfucking pray on the clusterfuck land of Metro. Jesus Christ, how many people was that? And gets a one-shot whip on that guy with the 44 Magnum and pistols this guy here who just arrives from the mobile spawn point. That guy probably didn't have a clue what just happened on those stairs. But I think I can recap it for you. 14 kills in a matter of seconds between his LMG and his 44 Magnum. Number 2 is another Metro clip, but it's not quite your typical Metro tear-up. It ain't a big old spray and pray or big explosive on the stairs. This one's a lot more precise, delicate, has a lot more finesse to it, but is equally as deadly. It's an L96 clip by Delusion, and I believe this is 100% accuracy. So I'll let you enjoy the gameplay for yourself, but I have to question the damage, because, like I say, I haven't played Battlefield 3 for quite a long time, although I'm going to be hopping on it soon and buying my PC now, hopefully in a couple of weeks. But I'm going to need a bit of guidance here, because he doesn't seem to be getting headshots, or at least the headshot symbol isn't coming up next to his kills, which is what I'm used to, so unless something's completely changed that I'm not aware of. It looks like he's getting mostly headshots, but there's no symbol coming up to it, and this isn't a hardcore clip. I don't know, I'm going to need some help on this one. But did they actually change snipers, or is the L96 just really good? It's a new gun, so I wouldn't know anything about it. But did they make snipers better so that they can body shot in close range? Because that was definitely a torso shot, and he just went straight down. I don't know, there's a lot of catching up I need to do, but I do know that he just got a collateral in the middle of this beastie streak, turns the corner. That's another 1, 2, and 3. He's now taken his tally all the way up to 19. He's on a kill spree of 19 guys. And he runs up towards the end of the corridor, gets 1 more, and he finally gets killed. A 20 kill spree with the L96, and he didn't miss 1 bullet. That was quite brilliant. And number 1, more jet action, guns blazing right through that helicopter for a multi-kill of 4 guys, killing the chopper. And he's going to keep on flying around, scouting out more enemies on what looks like Firestorm. And he finds a jet, starts to gun that one down with some good leading shots on it, and takes it out. That's 2 vehicles down, a total of 5 enemies killed. Then picks up a trail of an enemy tank on the ground, blows it to bits for a double kill, and that's 3 vehicles down. Turns and angles himself, lines up right behind his jet for a 4th vehicle kill, and that's 8 enemies in total. Now he's going to gather a little more distance, 180, puts himself right in line to mow down this tank, and he gives it some welly with the rockets to kill the driver and destroy his 5th vehicle of the streak, with 9 enemies down. This jet clip's pretty unique to me. I don't often see such fast action with vehicles being destroyed one after the other in quick succession, but Seculia has definitely provided us some very nice jet eye candy, and this looks like a chopper he's chasing down. It casts some flares away, but it's no good, because he guns through it, kills his 6th vehicle, and kills the pilot along with it. This is a pretty mean lesson being taught right from the skies as he clears out the air and wipes out the enemies on the ground, gets into a dogfight, with another jet and maneuvers right into position behind it to once again gun down yet another vehicle. Takes out the jet, takes out the pilot. He's taken his tally up now to 7 enemy vehicles destroyed in his jet spree. Now dives flying headfirst towards his tank, disables it, but doesn't kill anyone. He goes to gather some distance, turns, disables the tank yet again, and starts to put some fire on this enemy chopper. Doesn't get the kill on this either, but gets a kill assist. So he's done some more mean damage to the enemy vehicles. Starts to gather some more distance, turns, spots an enemy jet, gets close, gets some shots on it, leads it perfectly, destroys it, another vehicle down, whilst at the same time being targeted by a stinger and ejecting some flares to stay alive, lands on the ground safely for some repair, but he's won the game, and that was a huge contribution to his team, dominating the skies. And if you want to win some of this cool stuff, be sure to keep kicking ass on Battlefield. I hope you enjoyed that, thanks for watching, and goodbye for now.